right with God. We feel bad about the things that we've done to other people. We're angry about the things that other people do to us.
That's right, babe. Talk to him.
And that's the thing that makes us so unhappy, is because people have done wrong to us and we're angry about it. And we've done wrong to other people and we feel guilty for that. So Jesus gives us a way to deal with both of those things. He says, look, I am God, and I'm going to suffer the punishment you deserve on your behalf, so that if we accept his punishment, then he covers it for God. He covers the wrong that we've done, and we can be right with God. And then he commands us to then pass on that forgiveness to others, what others have done to us. And we can solve both of those problems with what's called the gospel. The gospel is the good news that Jesus himself, Jesus says that he is God. He's the one that made this amazing world. And he took on a human body to live among us. You know, he showed us how to live because he fed the poor, he healed the sick. And then ultimately the main purpose of his life was to allow himself to be executed on our behalf for the crimes we commit against God. God has a law, and his law is love. And any way that we live, we act that's not loving, we break his law, and we make ourselves criminals to his justice system. But he says, you know what? You can't keep the law. I am going to do it for you. And I am going to endure the punishment you deserve. And he creates a situation where today, right now, that you can accept his punishment, his execution to cover your crimes. And if you accept that right now, then he says to you, pass on that forgiveness. Forgive those who have hurt you. If you want justice, that means God's got to bring justice to you. But if you want grace for yourself, he says, pass on that grace. You know that for unforgiveness, when we hold grudges against other people, it hurts us. You know that God has created the world in such a way that whatever we do, it comes right back to us. You know that when we hurt others, we also are hurting ourselves. But when we bless others, we bless ourselves. You've heard people talk about karma. You've heard people talk about what goes around comes around. That's the way God has made it. He has a law of consequences. Whatever we do, he brings it right back to us. You know, forgiveness is something that we need to learn. Dr. Karen Schwartz from Johns Hopkins, she says, there's an enormous physical burden to being hurt and disappointed. Chronic anger puts you in a fight or flight mode, which results in numerous changes in heart rate and blood pressure, and increases the risk of depression, heart disease, diabetes, among others. Forgiveness calms stress levels and leads to improved health. God doesn't tell us to forgive for no reason. It's part of what we need to be healthy, not just spiritually, but physically.